starts getting a little smile on his face. He knows that he's got the ball where he wants it, and then nobody can stop him.
In the paint. Can't stop him there.
Jump shots, power.
In the history of basketball, few players have ever made the game look unfair. But in 2001, Shaquille O'Neal wasn't just dominant, he was inevitable.
Nobody can stop him.
In the paint. Can't stop him there.
Agile, mobile, and starting to become hostile.
Footwork, jump shots, power.
This is the story of the most unstoppable force the league had ever seen. A man who couldn't be guarded, who couldn't be moved, who couldn't be stopped. This is Court Chronicles. Shaq wasn't just big, he wasn't just strong, he was explosive. Listed at 7 feet 1 inch and over 325 pounds, he had the speed of a wing and the power of a bulldozer. He could outrun you, he could back you down, and once you were under the rim, it was over. He shattered backboards, dented rims, broke defenders' spirits. There was no blueprint for stopping him, only surviving. Throughout the late 90s, he was a force, but in 2001, he reached his final form, blending raw power with purpose. This wasn't just Shaq playing basketball. This was Shaq making a statement. Coming off a dominant 2000 title run, the Lakers entered the 2001 season as defending champs, but they didn't dominate the regular season. Injuries, chemistry questions, and fatigue led to a 56-26 record. They finished second in the West, behind the Spurs. Some call them vulnerable, but Shaq, he was just pacing himself. He still averaged 28.7 points, 12.7 rebounds, and 2.8 blocks per game, all while dealing with double teams every night. He let others talk, he saved his voice and his vengeance for the playoffs. The 2001 playoffs are where Shaq flipped the switch. Against the Trailblazers, he set the tone early. 30 points and 15 rebounds in Game 1. The Lakers swept them. Then came Sacramento. The Kings were flashy, fast, and rising. Shaq averaged 27 and 17. They got swept too. Then came the Spurs, the supposed challenge, the #1 seed. The team built to stop Shaq. In Game 1, Shaq dropped 44 points and 21 rebounds. That wasn't a basketball game. That was destruction. The Lakers swept the Spurs. They were 11-0 entering the finals. It was one of the most dominant playoff runs in NBA history, and Shaq was the engine. The finals were billed as David versus Goliath. Allen Iverson, the league MVP, standing just 6 feet tall. The Sixers were gritty, defensive-minded, and mentally tough. But they didn't have Shaq. Game 1 was shocking. Philly stole it, behind Iverson's legendary 48-point performance and that iconic step-over on Tyronn Lue. Shaq, he still had 44 points, 20 rebounds, and 4 blocks. Even in defeat, he was a monster. From Game 2 onward, Shaq made sure there was no more hope. He averaged 33 points, 15.8 rebounds, 3.4 blocks over the series. In Game 4, he had a 34-14-5 stat line. In Game 5, he closed the series with 29 and 13. Finals MVP, again, no question. What made Shaq in 2001 so terrifying wasn't just the stats. It was how helpless opponents looked. Double teams didn't work. He passed out of them. Hack-a-Shaq didn't work. He still got 30. Zone defenses collapsed. He went through them. He could play bully ball, and he could finesse. His footwork was sharp. His awareness was elite. He wasn't just a big man, he was the man. This version of Shaq bent the game to his will. The paint belonged to him. The rim belonged to him. The moment belonged to him. Today, we talk about dominance all the time. Giannis, Embiid, Jokic. But 2001 Shaq is the gold standard. He was the reason the paint got more crowded. The reason centers became stretch bigs. The reason nobody wore size 22s, because no one dared to play like that again. Ask any player from that era who the most unstoppable force was. They won't hesitate. Shaq, not just a player, a phenomenon. In 2001, Shaquille O'Neal reached his peak. He didn't just dominate, he destroyed. He didn't just play the game, he warped it. This wasn't just the most dominant finals run ever. It was the moment the league realized if Shaq wanted to be the greatest, nobody could stop him. This is Court Chronicles. Subscribe for more untold NBA stories.